So I imagined I was a helicopter in Las Vegas. I was an eagle in Vancouver, because I often see the eagles flying around above the condos. And in LA, I'm going to be a drone. It is really one of the best parts to share it with people. I can be alone for weeks. When I went to Salt Lake City, I rented a motel suite for 2 years, because otherwise they jack up the prices when the Olympics come. I'd learned my lesson there in Sydney. During the war, we had to recycle. We didn't have a choice. We weren't getting anything coming through. The ships were being sunk on the way, so we just kept recycling our clothing. And that's where I learned to knit and sew and just survive, really. And it stayed with me, and it's, I think, really important to keep as much out of the landfills as we possibly can. In the old days, the kings and the church would commission artists to do tapestries to celebrate winning a war or something like that. And I now find that most of my tapestries are celebrating something, and usually I love to celebrate the Olympics with a tapestry, which takes 2 or 3 years, which is the perfect timing between each Olympics. And I go to each country and actually live in the city where the Olympics will be, and I go and look at each building and come back the next day and put it in the tapestry. So it's authentic for that moment in time. I did Salt Lake City, I did Sydney. I've also done other cities. I've done about 40 tapestries, because sometimes there is something else going on in a city. Like I read in 2006, I read an article that they were blowing up all the hotels on the Strip in Las Vegas, and I was really upset. So I raced to Las Vegas, and I did a tapestry that took 3 years. I worked 8 hours every day, and I managed to get in all those lovely old hotels like the Stardust and the Sahara and the New Frontier. And as I was working on the tapestry, they were literally blowing these hotels up. Recording a moment in time that we won't see again. I guess that's something like taking a photograph, but I'm doing it in fabric. Well, with Vancouver, the last one, it was 5,000 hours, and Las Vegas was 8,000 hours. Generally, it's about 4,000 hours for a big tapestry, so it's quite a commitment in time. Once I start, there's no turning back. Most tapestry artists are doing commissions because they cannot afford to spend that amount of time without an income. I make little hats. Every night I make 2 little hats. That's my income. I can afford to go to any city in the world and survive. Well, you have to be obsessive. But yes, that's true. And it's not, honestly, as much fun anymore. Though I think LA, because they're a show business capital, will maybe put the fun back in the Olympics. And I'm looking forward now to 2028, when I'll be celebrating my 92nd birthday in the middle of the Summer Olympics there, standing in front of my finished tapestry.